Nice.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ace Attorney.
Again? Freaking again?
Nice.
Yeah! Amazing.
Incredible.
Aaron.
What
I
a
didn't know you had
wonderful-
that sound. Let's
What a wonderful
go.
sound.
I literally downloaded the entire video so I could isolate it.
Good.
Oh, amazing.
All right, we got out of court. Susato's back.
Let's go.
Fucking, we need to do a lot of investigating because we have until tomorrow.
It's true. Fucking, oh, I can't wait
That's
to
fair.
not talk for a while. It's gonna be so good.
I hope this is barely anything. I hope we immediately go back to court.
Fuck! Yeah.
I really hope that the little German boy has to testify next to Hairbrain, so you have to
Yeah.
do
Too.
both German
me too.
accents.
Yep.
That'd be so
I need it. I
funny.
need it in my life. It'd be so fucking good. Oh, anywho. Oh, fuck, it's me. Okay.
Oh, this room. It's been a long time. Yeah.
it's
a
been
too
too
long
long.
time. It's been too long. Line 1! She's fired! It's been too long!
She added a word.
I took one out. I did whatever I wanted to do. You know what? Let's not even read the lines. Let's just say stuff. I'm Sasato and I'm in this room. Like, it hasn't changed.
Who did
slightest
Herp-a-doop-a-doo. I'm
In the background,
Sasato.
cut!
Yo, yeah, good. Pick up, everybody, pick up.
Are you serious?
Anywho, it hasn't changed in the slightest, though.
Holy crap.
Oh.
And it's been 6 months, hasn't it?
That's a long time. There we go. It's a long time for things to stay so
You got ahead of
familiar.
yourself. You read
I
the
was
script
ahead.
ahead of time.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was
Yeah.
almost off book. Is what
Yeah,
happened.
there you go.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, doesn't it take like fucking like 2 months, or was it like 2 months in sea basically to get there and back? So they would
How
have
did
just
you do this?
2 months, get there, find out everything's like fucking fine with their dad, and then have to do a trial, and then immediately get on a boat and go back.
Yeah.
Oh my god damn.
I didn't know when he might return, and I wanted everything to be as he'd left it.
Oh,
But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
there you go. Nice.
So is your father all right, Susie? What happened? Did he fake his death?
Yeah.
My father. Who?
Yes, Professor Mikatoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason.
Thank you for the recap.
Holy shit. I was gonna say that's some exposition right there. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's
As you, my judicial assistant, would know.
Yeah.
So I was
Right,
surprised
Iris?
to learn you
Author of the
becoming-
famous Herlock Sholmes novels.
That's me!
Uh,
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy.
Yeah, he's dead.
I know. Susato's an assassin.
oh no! Oh, how awful.
I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That it was all a trick. Holy fuck! My father is in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. But also, what the fuck kind of trick is that?
Right?
Who does that to a person? That was 4 months of
That's
my
a
life
little
at sea.
fucked.
Just at sea. 4
Wasted.
months. I'll never get back.
Mm-hmm. You know what I did with those 4 months on a boat? Nothing.
Vomit.
Yeah, I vomited for 4 months straight. Cause
It was
my stomach
choppy
couldn't fucking
waters.
settle.
Well,
I'm
we're all
in
delighted to
pirates.
have you back.
I'm in pirates, Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Very mean pirates.
I'm now a pirate myself. Do you want to see my tattoo?
Yeah, I do.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually.
See, I
Tattoo
was
on the
out
wrist
on the
says,
seas
"Dick's
pirating.
roll."
See, I was out on
Apparently
the
there's
seas
some kind
pirating.
of gang. Pirating.
Which is sort of like a gang on the seas.
Just a boat gang.
Sea gang. It's a boat gang.
but I hear I'm gonna have to join a gang in this city too.
Well, yeah, you gotta have to go through me.
Yeah. Right, well, I've got your gang sign-up sheet right here. You'll see all the options laid out in front of you. I would highly suggest joining the pricks.
The bricks.
Oh my god, Gina.
We've got a new one coming up. It's called the Fuds.
Gonna be the leader of that one. Self-explanatory, why?
Yeah.
The Pricks and the Foods sounds like the most like sex education version of the Crips versus the Bloods I've ever heard.
You're right. You're right. Anywho,
It's because of a very great conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
did it. I was going to say
Nice.
symphony and I stopped myself. I was
The
like,
International
"That's not that fucking
Forensic.
word."
That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Yeah. Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now.
Congratulations.
After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my purpose to you, Iris.
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Well, I was upset at my dad. Also, my food is here. So who wants to be Susato?
I will.
Excellent. I will be right back.
Yes, of course I shall.
And there's one other thing.
Oh God, what is it?
Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention.
I didn't
About-
write you a letter. What are you talking
know who.
about?
About Kazuma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
I swear to God, he's a Force Ghost.
He's a
here to
fucking Force
exact his
Ghost.
revenge.
Well, we gotta talk about the Cosmo thing really quick. After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Breton said something very strange.
Whose trial? Reporter? Miss Brett's dead?
What? I don't. Who the fuck?
This was Cody.
Oh my God.
If I remember right.
Oh my God. What voice did he even
fucking-
do?
I can't remember. I know the truth. I know what you had, and I handled what went on, man. And that visiting student's fate. Nobody in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know the guy's never been to England, that he died on the steamship. On that steamship, that specific one over there. And that
Yeah.
he'll never... I've been cut off. Off.
Shut
off.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
What did you learn? He stabbed himself in the neck with his pencil.
Oh my God, what?
Oh.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, that's terrible. After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been.
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
Oh my God, Kazuma's Jack the Ripper.
Oh my God.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except, Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotomo know about this?
Yep.
I mean, Japan knows about us.
Yeah. Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. What is
Well,
this
you
acute
better
feeling
believe
of
it.
apprehension I have all of a sudden?
Believe it!
I can't wait to have a fucking sword fight with Kazuma on top of a building in the rain, and I'm like, why? Why are you back? And he's like, to exact revenge, Ryunosuke.
On who?
Is-
What the fuck?
On Ryunosuke, of course.
What the fuck did I do?
I don't know, but he's a Sith now for some reason.
Oh no! Oh, I gotta keep that Star Wars theme.
Of course. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Borea were definitely strange. Oh, no, it's totally SS Beria, isn't it?
Beria?
Because they're going to bury you once you've been on it.
Oh, god damn it.
That's probably Borea.
It's probably.
I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we?
That's true.
Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
God, think before you speak. Fuck. Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he?
I'm back. Momentarily.
Uh,
More food coming?
we're discussing the possibility of Kazuma still being alive.
Let's go! Hell yeah!
Because his body never made it back to Japan.
I mean, they've been kind of like floating that for a bit as well, because every time
Yeah.
we've seen someone remotely stoic, fucking Renosuke's been like, couldn't be. Could it? And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Renosuke.
Yeah, it's true.
Everywhere I look, I keep seeing him. You see a Japanese man standing on top of a building with a sword. He's like, if only. He just walks away.
It's like, dude, he's right there.
He's right there.
It's right there.
Carrie.
Oh, it is. It's me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was definitely, and he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
Nah, you're right.
You think he ever checked for a pulse?
Oh, no.
Pulse.
What the devil is that?
Oh, my God.
Stop making up words for this game.
I'm a doctor, I'm a detective. I've deduced that this man is dead.
You can't deduce that. You're not a doctor.
Kazuma coughs on the ground. He's like, now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
Take the body away, quickly. Before he dies again. So, if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. Like a little fucking liar, and then framed me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What
There's
the fuck?
no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing. Is there?
I suppose that's true, yes.
I mean, we don't know him that well. You don't know. Oh.
Didn't follow that sweet, sweet black tar heroin.
Nice.
I am based on Sherlock Holmes, don't you know?
Ooh.
Oh no.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere.
I feel like we know where.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true,
Oh no.
Knew it. Yep.
then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
It'll be even worse than the boat.
Oh, Missy Sato.
Worse than my pirating days.
Where's in my pirating days? I did things, Renosuke.
Pirate things.
Pirate things.
And that's just given the thought it deserves. Tsusato's not what we're talking about at all, after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Just fucking bury the light
terrible.
playing in random places in London.
There was a
Hell
pirate.
yeah.
His body was made of rubber. Awful.
Oh my God.
Awful.
Okay, all right. So either we have to defend Kazuma at some point, and he's totally really alive, and he gets like accused of being the real Reaper of the Bailey, or Kazuma is a prosecutor now, and we have to beat the guy who taught us how to do law.
Oh my god! But he's our boyfriend.
Yeah, that sounds so fucking. That sounds so metal.
It does.
Yep, I want it.
I want that one.
I want it.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Want it. Yep.
so good. That'd be so good.
It'd be so good. It'd be so fucking good though.
Okay. Back in Britain. There you go.
Didn't there sound like on a mask who showed up already? We never got to see their face, and that's where Renosuke was like, no, it couldn't be.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's him. So, if it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be him.
No, that's Doug.
That's Doug.
It's just Doug.
He's just
It's our
not
good friend
much of
Doug.
a talker. Old Doug that hangs out with the fucking most famous prosecutor in all of London. Doug, who seems to be an especially good fighter, like our dear dead friend Kazuma.
Makes sense.
No, Doug and
Makes sense.
Cosmo just have a lot of similarities, you know, but they're completely different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain.
Well, with all my
Don't
pirating.
Seriously. After that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely. I was like, ain't you supposed to be dead? And he was like, shut up.
And he was like,
I was supposed to be dead,
Oh,
but
right!
I'm
That
not.
was her dad's voice. I forgot. Yeah, because I mixed them up.
Yeah.
A good time. Hell yeah.
The awful trial? Oh, yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett.
Right.
Ooh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie?
Yep.
I feel like because we
Boy.
started at the bottom and we're going up,
You
our
naughty
characters
girl.
in these conversations have slightly more knowledge than they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the?
Oh, well, yes, since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice.
Oh, so I'm gonna be right back again.
God damn it!
Wow, amazing. Wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno? Yeah, I suppose so. I want to play being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
Adorable.
I don't think any mustache can hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mr. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikutoba summoned you back to Japan.
A
You
joke.
said in your letter it was something... Oh. That's a letdown.
Yep. Yeah. No,
Okay,
he's,
but you did say in your letter that we had something to do with the convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Oh yeah, that. It was mainly the joke thing, but you're partially right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
What would that be then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Oh, Susie, you should probably keep the pirate thing a secret from the police, though.
Why? Why should I be ashamed?
That's a very
run this
meaningful
fucking
look.
town.
Such a Thanksgiving Iris there.
Forensic Science Symposium!
Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium, too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikutoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes. His Excellency
Did it? Judge, how do we say that?
Seishiro Jigoku.
Yeah.
Seishiro Jigoku.
Yep.
Okay. Judge Jigoku Saiga. You've met him,
Nice.
Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. He's the best lawyer any of us have ever seen. That's why they made him a judge.
Oh.
Anywho, last year in the Supreme Court, I can't possibly have forgotten. Oh my god, this is all this fucking game's gonna be is us fucking flashing back.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking still me.
That terrible trial of yours when you were accused of murder.
Ah, yes, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days.
That guy. It was him. That was the guy.
It was that guy. That's Jigoku Saiga. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial.
See, this way, the cool judge gets to come, and also, we don't have to get a new model for a character that's not going to be that involved.
Hooray!
We're saving money. We're doing it. So proud of us.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy to never see that man's face again in my life.
Damn! Oh, well. Anyway,
As father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too.
Nice.
Wait, so your dad came with you? All right. Okay, he won't actually arrive until next month. Thanks, girl.
but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going on ahead.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yes, about the symposium.
Yeah.
It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it,
Oh,
Lord Strongheart, it went away. Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
Oh, and then he can just make his money by telling people not to smoke.
Crazy!
Or I guess right now, to smoke.
I was gonna say, yeah, they used to be like fucking, ooh, you want some kind of appetite suppressor? Try smoking. It's like, oh my god.
A senior position in the British justice system. Looks my dad. His food consists of a Pabst, a cigarette, and cold McDonald's coffee.
Oh,
I hate that so much.
yeah, I hate that.
Everything about that is so unhealthy.
Anywho, he's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution.
I don't know why he's even trying. Gina's already in charge and she's doing a great job.
Uh-huh.
That's what father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's
Lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech about this very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
Oh yeah, he went on.
Yeah.
How trying for you.
Damn.
Damn.
Giselle Brett.
How?
Zale Brett. A woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit.
Fucking swan lady.
Because no one
Goddamn
can
swan lady.
fucking check the chamber of a revolver.
Aaron will
You're gonna have to
never
drop
let
that.
it go.
I know that went to jail. Not even. They were gonna kill me. I nearly
It's true.
died.
It's true.
The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
Yeah. The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Oh
I'm
shit.
sorry?
Oh, fuck.
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
Fucking what?
Wasn't she like a fucking assassin? Of course she doesn't go by her real name. Didn't exist?
Oh, yeah.
But how can that be?
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin, and she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
Oh, fuck.
A front? Who on earth was she then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally, yes, literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain
she-
about.
Assassin Ashin.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute.
My mind went somewhere else. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm sure
so-
the A is
she's
like Asa or something. Go on.
I swear to God, if like she was from like China or something, it's like, is she Asian?
Yeah, right? I'm like, damn, what the
Is
fuck?
this extremely white woman with a swan on her head Asian?
Yeah,
What
right.
the fuck?
Ghost floating behind you. He's like, teach you to make assumptions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan.
Oh.
Or even who,
Okay.
or even when, or even how.
Or even who, or even when, or even how. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere.
Fucking
It's the current year. What could the woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I really
Murdering.
don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is she likes murder.
I'll fucking do it again.
She's not
She had
actually
some
British, so that makes sense why her accent was so bad.
Exactly. See, I knew this was coming all along. It's
Oh,
not
of
that
course.
I'm shitty at accents, it's that I knew.
To be fair, all we know is that she wasn't a exchange student.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All we know is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand. Ooh, she's a ghost!
And now she's been killed.
As far as we know.
Or dead. Well, all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
Did
Oh
it.
my God.
Nice.
I know what things. It's a good one.
Excellent work, Mr. Sato.
Thank you. I'm afraid so.
Hey, Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere?
I think
And
someone
also,
called
one
me
of the
that.
jurors has that. I think someone called me that, and also
Yeah.
one of the jurors has the same grating voice. I wonder if that's her. Dude, if one of these jurors ends up being her, I swear to God.
she's the crossbowman.
Oh!
Suck on this then.
Like, oh
flaming
my
arrow
God.
earlier. The person running in the background of the picture is just her, like.
Oh my God.
You'll never
Amazing.
fucking take me alive. Jumps off a building, grabs the swan's legs, and just glides away like Link.
That's incredible. Holy fuck.
Damn, again.
Bring it in.
Shoot the
Every
swan.
time.
We can't shoot the swan. It's a protected animal.
Fuck, dude, that's fucking true though. Oh, anywho,
It must be about a year ago now.
shaking your fist to the sky at this fucking swan lady. Oh,
Damn you!
I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes.
It's fucking Gregson shaking his fist at the Swan Lady. Damn you! Damn you!
Gina's just like, this is why you were fired, Gregson. Can't even catch a election.
Can't even
So
catch
they
a
just-
swan.
Can't even catch a fucking swan. What is this?
He's got a whole R&D team developing beanbag rounds so he can just
Yeah.
fucking smoke the goose.
We've been hunting that swan for months now.
Not even a her, the swan. Yeah.
It's a deadly killer, that thing.
Are you sure it's not the woman that's, I don't know, with the swan? No.
Probably his
No, they-
hostage, innit?
Oh, yeah.
No, only
She'd do
swans
anything
are
wrong.
capable of that evil.
Oh my god. Anywho.
It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh.
But then Mr. Shumps forbade you from publishing it.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
You put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
Bullshit is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it. didn't you, Susie?
Bitch.
Oh. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Phil. I should love to read it. Baskerville. Baskerville. That doesn't make any sense. God.
All swans are evil. Think about Zeus. He was a swan. He's a dick.
It's true.
Yeah. We don't like Zeus around here. He's also on our wanted list. We're pretty sure
Oh my
that
God.
swan is Zeus, actually.
We gotta
And
get
then
him.
along came Zeus.
He hurled his lightning bolt. Hell yeah. Anywho.
And you wouldn't tell me how you would come to know it.
Oh.
Yeah. But I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? Well, today's
Day
not
is
that
not
day.
that day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, let's go.
Fuck.
Oh shit. Damn it, we were wrong.
I think it's time.
Oh my god.
I rummaged through your garbage, and I'm not sorry.
Damn.
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris.
Out of the Baskervilles.
Just leave the conversation and fucking go somewhere else.
Like, hell yeah.
Well, I probably shouldn't be here for this.
Oh, it seems like a private conversation.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris.
You see, I was going through your trash.
Yeah, I was rummaging through your trash. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah. My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
It's
Sato,
gotta-
what are you doing?
Now they're gonna be in a month. Oh no, really? Oh shit!
Yeah, get back.
I thought that was the flashback.
Yeah. Isn't this the flashback?
This is.
Yeah, this
No, I
is
thought
the
it
one.
wasn't. I thought it was
Oh,
Sholmes being like, no.
Oh, okay, like don't fucking spill the beans. Fair, okay.
Oh, Father,
Yeah.
did you look at those papers, bitch?
Bitch. Bitch.
Bitch.
Sorry, the echoing of bitch is really funny. Anywho.
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody about this.
It's just only Mika turns all echoes into bitch.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Bitch.
Amazing.
But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. Oh, I
I
would
heard that
never have
happens to a lot of
guessed.
people.
Hey.
I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. Indeed, Iris. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain. But he was all like, shut up, bitch. Bitch.
Which is weird because I was there at the time.
Yeah.
But he refused to answer any of my questions. And there was no sign of the big box in his office.
Oh, he fucking burned that shit. Oh my god.
Oh, frick.
really all I know about it. I have no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it.
I'm
Still.
sure.
Dude, I wouldn't believe your fucking dad
Yeah.
fucking ever again. Like, after the shit that he's pulling, like,
Right?
Anyway.
I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Oh, so you weren't supposed to leave. There you go.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
Alright.
Someone had to be honest in my family. Might as well be me.
For once.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. Bitch. I've committed every detail about the case to memory.
Wave their hands up there like flies.
Yeah.
Get
out
out
of
here. Get out here. Oh, and Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully abreast of the situation already? Mr. Sato, I'd expected nothing less, to be honest. Rest.
Exactly. There, Karen.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sounds of it, well known in the fields of science and magic.
Oh,
Then we need to go arrest him!
Well, yes.
Let's get him.
He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree, we really do need to find him.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective, or call Gina.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? Gina! We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
Nah, it's a day off anyway. I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you? Alright.
It's a little abrupt. Oh, the herb market must be strong.
Yes, I'm sure that is what she's doing.
uh-huh.
Gotta get that sweet, sweet herb.
Yep, she's not shipping them or anything.
I mean, the thing I was thinking is like,
Yep.
well, you have a judicial assistant, and the thing I was supposed to do was be them until they were back, so they're here now, so goodbye.
That is true. Listen, she's busy and very important.
You're almost always gonna travel with one person. Sometimes 3, and very rarely 4. Two good girls.
I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
Is it? Alright.
There's two bailiffs over there for some fucking reason.
Like, right? Like, what the fuck?
Not even
Don't you look
fucking
at
city
me.
watch. It's just the same bailiffs from the court. They're just here for some reason.
Crazy.
What I
Feels as
do
though
in my
it's taken
free
us
time
2
don't
hours.
concern you.
I'm
Kidz.
happy you invited me.
The crowds to this point.
Happy you invited me out today, man.
What was that? What?
Yeah, thanks for. Things have been rough since the wife left, so
Yeah.
just appreciate the outing.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem. I got you. Anything for you, mate. Anything.
Love you, bro.
Oh.
Love you, brother.
Pay more attention to the baby.
Fucking
Got-
heartfelt moment.
Yes, shit going on.
Should we?
Hell yeah.
Should we go?
Oh.
we have to be here. This is a crime scene.
Oh, come on, nobody's gonna miss us.
Oh my god.
Come on. Just a couple minutes tops. That's all I need.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I mean, an hour. An hour is all I need.
it's straighten their hats.
Yeah.
Hey, move along.
moving on, then. Moving
Hey,
on.
what you looking at, eh? Like,
I wish you looking at. Don't you look at me. Don't look me in the eye.
They're holding hands.
Single tear down the face. Hasn't? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo.
Damn.
Holy shit, got him.
Just focusing on those gay bailiffs.
It's probably Gina.
Yeah,
Either that or
Either that or
Gregson.
Gregson.
you
Yeah.
lot would show your mugs before long. Sounds like Gina.
It sounds like Gina.
You read it
Oh,
as Gina.
there you are. Had a feeling you lot would show your mugs afore long.
Yeah, it was Gregson.
Damn
okay. Yeah.
Well,
Before long.
I'm tired of talking to
Inspector
them.
Gregson.
Gregson, take over. I need to play this.
I'm doing police work over here. Very
I
important
see your
chief of
Gina
police
impression
work.
has gotten better, Inspector Gregson.
Thank
There you go.
you.
Hard at work as
thank
usual.
you. Thank you. Well, greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we've last met.
So, the ceremony. We just saw each other in court this morning.
It's for
Not you, sunshine. The gentle will be so loyally by your side.
Why, thank you, Inspector.
No,
How
you
good of to
sunshine.
notice.
I hate you.
No, you
You're right,
sunshine.
like shit.
I had to stick my gun right in your throat. And you pull the
She's
trigger.
great, though.
Oh, she's great. Love her.
It's
I'm
true.
calling your bluff, Gregson. You're an English cop. You don't have a gun.
You get him.
Oh, you don't know. I've got one right on my coat here.
I could. You don't know.
I couldn't. You don't know.
Look at my many pockets.
Yeah. I got bottomless fish and chips here. What makes you think I don't have a gun?
Bottomless
I mean,
one.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fair. He is
Bottomless
magic.
gun. Yeah. I'm magic, bitch.
Exclusively for chief inspectors.
Then where's my gun? Eh? He's a gun.
Maybe a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose.
Yeah,
As you
sure.
probably guessed, we're hoping to investigate the scene some more.
Right. Well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina!
You fucking talk to me
Good
that way.
dog.
I'm the chief of police.
Such a good
Oh my
dog. She seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training.
Oh my god.
Gina,
She's the chief of police now?
Amazing, isn't it?
She's a good
Truly.
kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the deduction bug, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely, even though she's surpassed them.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, with them being chief inspector, chief of the police, I think she's doing a pretty good job. Also, I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London.
No!
oh no, really?
That's all a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Ha! Not likely. But you're welcome to try, if you don't mind your trip to France, it is.
That's not that bad.
France?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'll be working with the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley.
Some
Yep.
country town called Sanford.
Yeah.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
But
they say
but
I'm being
France?
They say I'm too good at my job, so they transfer me to the country.
Like
Hell
ever
yeah.
look bad. But France is an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there?
That's the way the adult world works, sunshine. And don't go poking your nose in where it don't, it's not what here. Aye. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. Oh
What?
shit.
You're taking Gina to Paris?
You're what? I don't want to go to Paris.
Shut up. Yeah.
I've only got this promotion because of you.
Well, I can't leave her in London. Who knows what would become of her? She'd become chief of police.
We're fucking terrible. You know, but
Oh my god.
I suppose these words she slipped back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses. Not that she's stopped.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
You did it again.
Oh my God.
You read my brain again.
God damn it, sister, don't stop doing that.
As she does.
Oh, of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it?
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me?
Knew it. I fucking knew we didn't tell her.
No, of course not.
Oh, we're gonna tell her.
I've got to keep
We're,
that.
we're fucking narcs, don't you know?
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least.
What'd you just fucking say? Huh? Did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
That's what catches her attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you heard that? Did you? Right. Well, any questions about the scene? You can put them to my capable detective diva.
Oh,
very
you're
cute.
an absolute ballbag. How dare you? All right. You heard the boss, and that's me. I'm the boss. You heard me. Chief of Police Lestrade in charge here now. What's happening? What's going on?
What's going on?
I was going to keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog, have you?
How do you feel about France?
You're right. I was waiting for
Do you
it.
like
dude.
baguettes and onions?
Oh my god!
Who's the little hound of the Baskervilles? It's you. You're the little hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh my god! Isn't it great? Toby's his name.
Oh, what a good name.
Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
It's true.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, the dog does seem lovely.
Oh my god. Get on board, Weirdoski, you fuck.
But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest.
How dare you say that about Gregson?
So, like, have you been to the Louvre?
You ever been to
I
Paris? Like
haven't.
it's right there. Like I feel like it could be
Yeah,
nice.
if you like squint real hard, you can basically see it. You can't. We're in the middle of the city, in the middle of the country.
That dog is also the leader of several gangs.
Yeah.
Where did you find that
Hell
little
yeah.
mutt then, Gina?
Watch your mouth.
Gangs. Huh. Don't be so flaming rude, Odo. His name's Toby and you'll fucking address him as such.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
I don't think so.
He isn't a mutt, alright? Toby's... What is that? Toby's at what?
How do they put it?
Oh, how did they put up it? Toby's... How did they put it?
Yeah.
Why? A bona fide detective.
Aww.
She's just bone fight.
Yeah.
She did, but you know, whatever.
Sorry. Because he's a dog.
Yeah.
Giving him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
Aww.
Where's neither Inspector Gregson, is he?
Yes.
I just noticed his little bandana matches her cuffs and her hat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can't believe Gina's the first canine unit.
Let's go, Gina! Oh,
Ooh, so he's a police dog, is he?
Police recruit dogs now?
holy shit, I hate how correct you are, Aaron.
I've heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing.
Wow.
They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell after all.
And when they bite, it hurts.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't.
Ew. Dude.
Gross.
Ha! That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to fight, dog?
Didn't he punch my dog? I swear to God. According to what the boss, me, said. Oh my God. When Toby here's got a whiff of your drawers. You can chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What? To the other side of the world? You mean you can swim?
Oh my God.
Mr. Naruhodo.
For Toby, animation is top tier. You right. Oh.
I think you may have missed the point, but by rather a wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog has such incredible skill.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Aw,
Should be less. I would love it if there was less.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Less dogs.
In the police.
In the police.
Yes.
Right. One of these days, right. One of these days they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around. It's gonna be great.
Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
So sad. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby here is Britain's first police dog.
Aww.
And he's amazing. Look at him. Just fucking look at him. Oh my
Just
God. I
look
found
at
him
him.
down the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out in the street.
There you go. I knew she lifted them from somewhere.
She didn't steal him.
Yeah.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Well, not children.
Reminds
Well, I
me
hate children.
whenever we saw a cat and it was being snuggly and looks like if it follows us home, I'm keeping it. And I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
I didn't help because I was always like, if it follows us home, then that means it's our destiny cat. And he's like, you're right. Like, oh.
Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Aye, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's all right, is it?
Listen, I'm the chief
Oh.
of police, I can do what I want. Gonna be playing with my new friend here.
No.
Didn't he disturb us?
I wonder if you're going to be important to our investigation today. Yes,
I think you might be very
You're going to help us find a shitty little wizard. Yeah.
True. Aw,
Wolf.
nice.
Woof.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of these stairs, I presume.
Some fucking Stewie won the like purebred pig competition. He's like, yep, no, most pure DNA. It's just this massive pig with fists being like, oink.
Oh my God.
Boink. Yeah.
Punches Brian in the face.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind.
sorry. Can't go up there, Suze.
Oh. What the fuck?
It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I'm not allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? A special...
The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you were thinking of?
Shut that, I almost had
No,
it.
that's not it. Yeah.
That's the one! That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What they called again? The forensic or something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of?
Sure, bitch. That's the one, aye!
But isn't it the case that the special
Dispensation? Is that it? Did I get it right
You
the
did
first
it, yeah.
time?
No,
Okay.
second time. Dispensation.
Second time? Sick, okay.
has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other as far as I know, but I'm the chief of police, so I should be able to go up there. What was his name again? Lord Strange something.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps?
That's the one! Aye! Apparently, he's always watching the time or something.
So without Lord Strongheart's express permission, we can't investigate at the stage. That's dumb.
That's
Quite
stupid.
silly.
I hate that.
Bully!
Bully!
It was great, weren't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. Okay. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying, all right, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I'm about to be found out. It's great.
Oh,
Did
it's
it.
giddy.
Read it. Oh, it's great.
You keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you?
And Hodo made things hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
Suck a dick! I'm the chief of police, I will lock you up. Watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix.
The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client.
Oh no.
What? Since when?
What? Since when?
Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ugh. The boss I feel sorry for, aka me, sent off to do the impossible.
What do you mean?
He's supposed to arrest the other guy. Cunt. Ain't he? And in time for the Mora as well. You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name? Gina, you're really
Mr.
bad
Drebber,
with
you mean?
names.
Enoch Drebber?
I get you, Gina.
Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, aye!
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be.
He's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. I'm fucking knackered. He's giving him gut ache. My belly's acting up is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Damn.
Yeah. The engineer's whereabouts?
Tell me!
Tell me.
So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking. You got two eyes that didn't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. State of him. He was absolutely boufing.
Boufing?
Yeah.
What is boufing?
It means gross.
Ah.
I'm
I
trying to remember some
see.
Scottish slang, throwing it in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't actually pinch it on him. No devil's got it.
Sorry, who?
Well, you know. Scowling. I was like, what the fuck? It's Scowling Reaper that's always glugging down glasses of that blood red plonk. Okay.
Ah, Lord Veinzeeks.
I really want that to be when Susanna's like, oh, that's who you mean.
Oh, okay. He's always had it in for me, that prick. Don't know what he's always scowling about, though. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes, though.
You'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee?
Who wouldn't?
The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
Oh, you're
Damn.
still.
Shocked.
Suppose you're right. Hadn't thought of it like that.
I'm glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, point is, everyone at the yards did set on finding the fishy engineer. But there doesn't seem to be any clues to go on, so they're stuck.
Damn.
Shit.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all? Damn! If only we had some sort of sniffing device that could track his scent through the city.
It would be so useful.
Ah.
Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned.
Yes, and and there's what's left of the green balloon's envelope. Fine. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident.
Poor Professor Hairbrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this.
Damn.
Oof.
Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were.
That's awful. How could you say such a thing?
Ouch. I'm a bad person.
There you go.
Kind of are. A little judgy.
Yep, a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's not talk. Let's
It's like,
move
you sure
somewhere
anything?
else.
Yeah. Oh,
Got. Haven't been there yet, have we? Yeah, let's go to Madam Two Spells. Fucking Tony
Johnny
Two Spells.
Two
over here.
Spells. Yeah. Oh, Tony Two Spells.
Oh my! No wonder it's called the House of Horrors.
Oh, girl.
Oh no! I like to turn my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets?
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
Oh my god.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork.
Just
Oh well,
Turn
I
around
suppose
a
we'll
little
just have to
bit.
come back again later.
Mm-hmm.
you can't move the camera slightly.
There's that. Over there. I guess
Oh,
he's not
definitely
here.
not here. Okay. All right.
Ah, yes, the heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. If it was on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you?
the sign says it's the Madame Two Spells special exhibit. It seems you have to pay extra to go inside.
I know. Can you believe that? Pay more money? As if we hadn't already been scared enough already?
Damn.
It's the scariest thing about being in here.
It's not my doing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
I guess we'll move somewhere else.
What?
Let's go to the prison.
Heck yeah. Let's talk to our boy. Oh my god.
Beautiful mind looking ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep, a little bit.
What's he doing? He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yo, right?
He's... Oh my. The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations.
Aaron, did you see that XP to level 3 video where the DM brought in his PC from another campaign and he's just the coolest guy ever? And he's just saying all these fucking corny lines. It's like, oh no.
Well, that just happened.
Yeah, that just I think he literally says that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
I'm
my
certain that's one
God.
of the most totally doesn't actually get in scripts, but
Yeah.
everyone is the go-to.
Yep. All the players are just looking at him like it's the cringiest thing they've ever seen. It's like, oh no, the villain's right behind me, isn't he? It's like, oh god, no. Anyways, go on. Read your thing.
I did.
Oh, you did? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, And who is this young lady?
Sup?
My name is Yusato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner!
Ew.
None of this would have happened.
Yeah?
No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all.
Oh dear. I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
Girl. Don't apologize to this man.
Goddamn.
No, just apologize to this man.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, something, sir. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you, and I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh, no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair, it all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot.
Professor Herbert? What have you been working on in your cell?
Oh, just some minor math here and there, you know.
There's just an inconsistency in Planck's constants that no one has ever really fixed before, because until now, nobody knew it existed. I found a way to crack into final space!
How embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand.
How did you get the chalk?
Well, I smuggled it in, Mr. Naruhodo, with my porch cheeks.
My
okay.
prison wallet, as they say.
As they say,
Okay.
back in the country. Yeah.
Oh,
Back in the country?
Is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis?
No, actually, this is my autobiography.
Your autobiography?
That is what I said! How I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain.
Oh my
I
god!
have been diddled so many times here. Prison was not meant for me. I found I can
Holy
represent
shit.
my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations.
Really?
I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for Kinesis Machine, you see.
Oh no.
So it's going to be a new serial publications from next month. Part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing.
Wait a minute. You took loans out, but the guy you killed was supposed to be like your financier. What the fuck?
So what the fuck? Yeah.
This guy's like the biggest rube.
You right.
Yeah. Yes.
Can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case?
Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled by the pair of them. By
my
Iceman
God.
and by the aloof engineer, Drebber.
We're not gonna have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we?
Oh, that you are. That you are.
Oh Jesus.
Let's talk about this morning's trial. Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Assman, the kinesis machine, my hypotheses even. Everything is falling apart.
I'm sorry it's come to this. There really was no other way.
Are you going to diddle me too? You won't diddle me, will you?
No, I promise you I won't.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, it is not your fault.
You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public.
No, of course you didn't. Pat, pat, through the bars.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I hate women.
Okay.
Man.
That's good to know.
Mhm. But of course this morning I realized something.
Oh?
Yes. Now, if
Okay.
you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you're aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me.
Oh, Professor.
Don't fucking talk to me. You
Oh.
believed in me this morning, you know. Barrock did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case.
Yeah.
No, Barrock wouldn't do something like that.
Holy shit.
He's quite the good janitor, have you know. I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
he genuinely believed it.
Did he?
Don't you fucking look at me like that. I think I understand him now. If it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in by trial, I mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Go on. After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there.
Oh, you wouldn't know a finishing blow. I'll tell you what that feels like.
Oh.
So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barrock, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Shut up.
Listen, it's true.
Ah, you're right. Which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barrock insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he?
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he?
Yeah, he's quite a bastard, isn't he?
Yeah.
Silly prank.
Silly prankster that Barrock is, yeah. Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea?
Shut up. You don't know him like I do. Let's talk about Mr. Aceman. Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that does seem likely, yes.
Shit. He diddled me! He diddled me,
Yeah.
not in the good way!
Really should learn to say no.
What the hell does that mean? When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually.
Shut up.
But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's so rotten to believe.
I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice.
Mr. S. No, that's you. Sorry. He moved like he was going to talk, but
It
It's
happens. That's how they fool you.
Yeah.
He is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer.
Mr. Enoch Drebber.
That is right. Trevor the engineer. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Is he an engineer or a magician? Or swindler?
It was about a year ago when Mr. Assman first brought Trevor to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. Oh, thank you, Summoners Network, for the raid.
Mwah.
Ah, sweeties.
Mwah.
Mwah, hello.
But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
What do you mean?
Well, he was quite the diddler as well.
Oh,
He was a wealth
that's
of
not
deep
surprising.
scientific knowledge.
You should have paused there. Why did you pause there?
What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
I had a mini stroke.
Oh, okay.
There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly an appearance in conversation.
I see.
Yes, down to a science, you know.
No.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor.
He's not
It's
wretched!
unforgivable. Why are you yelling?
Why aren't you yelling?
We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice.
All right, calm
There,
down.
is that better? Lower your voice.
Lower your voice.
Change your tone.
Change your tone. I don't like it.
Are there more clues you can give
Oh,
us
speak
as
up!
to his?
Are there more
Goodness.
clues you can give us as to his whereabouts?
I guess it's a little bit, huh?
Naruhodo, I don't like him.
I'm sorry. We've only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Sure.
Oh, so just once,
Yeah.
I did visit his workshop over and over again.
Uh-huh.
What workshop?
Trevor's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine.
The slow turn from Susanto.
Yeah.
That is great.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I don't like
my
your
God.
tone.
Oh
Enoch
my
Trevor's
God.
workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there.
Tell me about this workshop.
So you've been to Trevor's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place, plenty of room for the activities, and to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Which is an activity that we
Which
were
is
doing.
an activity,
Yes.
the only activity that we were doing, yeah.
Where can we find him? You have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Trevor there.
I get it. I was eager to. But yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry! To you, Leondatwani, not to the other one.
I was more than half expecting that. Both the misogyny and the inability to be useful.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He thought it was quite the intriguing experience.
He blindfolded you? Wasn't taking any chances then.
I thought it was just a kink thing. The place was incredible. The pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best. I didn't have to make that up. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of that imported oil. Yeah. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formulae and use that instead.
What do you think, Mr. Sato? Order machine for your next birthday?
I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. It's fair.
You couldn't pull it off anyway.
What is your problem, sir?
What's your problem, sir?
First of all, it's ma'am. And second of all, I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's
I don't like
address,
your
Professor.
tone.
I don't like your face.
How?
You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example.
Oh. Yes, I do! He gave me this business card once. It's right here, look!
Oh, Jesus. Let me see it! Pya!
Oh.
Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you?
Quick, Ryunosuke, take it from her. I don't want her eyes looking at it.
What is your
I need them to help me.
I'm so bad without her.
I get it. I understand. The situation is desperate.
Enic Drebber, engineer. I read it with my eyes. Fuck.
It's pronounced Enoch.
It is pronounced. Yeah, dude. There's a shopping center in Scotland called like Enoch, and I was like, I don't know if that's just Scottish people being Scottish people, so I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Damn.
Anywho, I'm afraid that's all it says. There's
How
no
like a
address.
woman to mispronounce things.
What?
What?
I'm just glaring at him.
No. Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful.
Nice. Shows them its name. There is no address.
Now we gotta get a dog. A little doggy dog. A little doggy dog. We're like, hey, little doggy dog. Look at this fucking thing. They'll be like,
look at this business card.
Nice.
Thanks. Dude. Let's go to the Lord Chief Justice's office to get permission to search the area, maybe. Oh. Who dat?
Who dat, though?
oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before. Oh, it's a her. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Meow.
The young champion of the court.
That was
You
not
are-
his voice.
I don't fucking remember what did he sound
You
like.
were
I'll say it,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. The young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh, you mean because of Professor Herbert's experiment?
The sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is in Whitewall as we speak, giving an emergency debriefing.
Oh, dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time.
Scrap metal now, is it?
Oh shit. Who wants this one? Who wants her?
Suspense, you want it? Well,
Me?
I mean, then you'd be talking to yourself again.
Yeah.
Megan, Aaron, you want to do it?
No. Because if they show up in court, there's a good chance I'll be like 6 people.
That's fair.
That's fair. Oh, fine. All right. Cowards.
Fucking
Until later, then, Lord Strongheart.
Laura Lord. Ah, that's right. I am Laura Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
Did it?
Now get out of my sight. Thank you.
Bye. Good day. I'm not doing a voice, I just yell at you. I'm an actor.
What a woman.
That's my wife.
That's my wife. Right there.
Who is that?
It's my wife.
I just said.
Say that's your wife.
That's what I just said to you, boy.
I say. That was Dr. Courtney Sith. She's a Sith Lord around
Scythe?
here.
Maybe? Because of the E.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the
Okay.
forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering a report about the victim in fact.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Mr. Assman.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Ah, right. I know where that is.
Now, what were you here to see me by? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So, he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore.
Him. What do you want? Forensic team.
What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially, of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensic division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer daily.
What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. I intend to see to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word.
Dear God.
You're damn right. Dr. Sith is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially...
Yes.
She's just in a corner
She's
in a
full
dark
Palpatine.
cloak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I officially established the forensics division at Scotland Yard, what are you saying over there, wife? What do you?
Oh, I'm just telling people to let the death flow through them.
Ah, as you do, as you do. Carry on now. All right.
Okay,
good. Now, right there. She will run as my right-hand woman. God, I love her.
Holy shit.
Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikatoba.
He knows my name. Yes, my lord?
Cause I know your name. I'm very good at my job.
Oh, Gina can't remember anyone's name.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I made her chief of police.
That's why I made her chief of police. As a gag. I thought it'd be funny.
2 seconds ago, he's like, I'm very good at my job. And I was
I'm
like,
going to
I did
create the
For the
greatest
goof.
police institution in the world. Anyways, I also made a criminal the chief of police. Hilarious.
I know those statements might be a little contradictory, but let's just see how it plays out.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
Anyway, your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
If he gets killed on the boat, I swear to fuck.
Yes,
A lot of
that's
Japanese
right.
people dying on boats nowadays.
You're right, mysteriously being murdered on the way to Britain, his name.
Yeah.
Fine, he's sailing on the SS Mortis.
Oh.
I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikatoba, I mean.
Don't you look at me. It was many years ago now, but yeah. I remember
Why are all your
Dr.
characters
Mikatoba.
telling people not to
Yeah,
look at
well.
them today, Spencer? Are you okay?
Don't stare at me like that.
Don't stare at me with those
You're
big
making the
brown eyes.
voices scream loud.
Yeah.
Can hardly hear what you're saying, boy. All I can hear is, why? Why did you kill us like that, Lord Strongheart? Why did you run us through with that weapon clearly in your cane? Why did you do that?
Yes.
Anyways, what was your
giving to the
question again?
voices, my
Anyways, what
love.
were you saying again? I was having a lovely conversation with Miss Mikatoba here, and I may have forgotten what you were saying. Oh, yes, now I remember. It was many years ago now, but yeah. I remember Dr. Mikatoba very well. Yes,
We were lovers.
we were lovers.
Okay.
Met strong lovers.
Okay.
My memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
Oh, show us him. Show us him, though. Flashback and show us baby Dr. Mikatoba.
Oh, that'd be great.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago, in fact.
Mikatoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge.
He came to the UK, well, not at this point. He came to Britain looking to sow his wild oats before settling down and having a family.
Yep.
So is wild oats.
You fuck, Mary.
They ran free, those oats.
Free range oats, we called them.
Yep. Punctiliousness? How do you say that?
Politeness.
No, the word before that.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah,
Seriousness.
punctiliousness.
Punctiliousness. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
The
I guess it just means punctual.
punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly.
Punctilious, showing great attention to detail or correct behavior.
Oh.
Okay.
I guess it's like sort of the same root word as like punctual, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were.
Oh, I was. Sorry. Dr. Mikatoba.
Sorry, I meant my assertion that I wasn't implying it was meant to be a direct aspersion upon you, Mr. Rianowski. You see, you have caused nothing but problems since your arrival.
It's a shame that boy died. We got you instead.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Miktober studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Sith was also there, as it happens, that goddamn hot piece of ass. Ooh.
College was intense for us.
Oh, yeah. The dark side was strong with her, if you know what I'm saying.
We were all a fan of oats. They started calling me the Quaker of our dorm. All I needed was a little hot water, and you had a whole ass meal.
Hey.
Oh shit! Let's go! Yeah, hell yeah! God damn! Fuck, sorry, it's me.
Then Dr. Sith knows my father, does she?
She was a young, hot medical assistant at the time, so I doubt the paths crossed regularly.
Implying she's not hot now, which is definitely true, the way we're painting her. But, you know.
I still love her, though. But I've no doubt they had known each other superficially. After all, Dr. Miktober was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years?
Listen, he's a shit dad. What part of that is new to you?
Right.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
Oh.
What do you mean? Why?
I was just awful.
She was the worst.
Yeah.
Clearly something was going on at the time.
Damn, that's some shit.
But enough about young Susato's mother's death.
Like a little.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. Perfect. Nice segue.
Nice segue. Yes, perfect.
Another hot man.
Oh,
I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago. I didn't do that.
I didn't do that, I swear. And if anyone asks, you tell them the same. If a man named Roger comes by looking, you tell him I didn't do it.
And that he
Tell him
best
the
be on
chicken
his
is in the
way.
fire.
Best be on his merry way.
You tell him I paid my debts. What?
Anyways, I heard he was killed by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right?
Yeah, sure. You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes.
Stop doing that. Don't look into these things.
Stop looking at things, yeah. And you could say that it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
Who? When?
When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered.
Clint.
That's what I said.
Okay.
It was just after young Barak had graduated from the University of London and become a prosecutor.
Hell yeah.
When the obvious criminals who managed to evade a conviction in court started disappearing. Rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Barak Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Holy shit. I mean, let's censor that. Oh my word!
So, Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother?
I can't believe we both have ghosts in the fucking courtroom.
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Cosimo and Clint fighting in the middle of the courtroom like fucking
Just slap
stands.
fighting.
Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead.
It's about Professor Herbert's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible.
Nope.
Mm.
Then
Fuck
you'll know
no.
that I did it. No.
Are you well versed in science then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Sith's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in letting you look through the wreckage, as long as you don't touch nothing.
Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
I gotta go murder some criminal. I gotta go talk to some criminals.
Talk to some criminals peacefully.
What?
With my fist.
We are extremely sorry to
And my
have troubled
cane
you when
weapon.
you're so busy, my lord.
Sometimes it's a sword, other times it's a gun, but you didn't hear that from me.
Well, you didn't hear that from me. You definitely didn't hear it from Roger.
You tell him I pay my debts.
You tell him I paid my dues. I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium. You understand.
Just
Goodbye.
bunch of different dudes keep showing up and he keeps being like, you tell him I pay my debts. Like he's indebted to a bunch of fucking dudes. And he just keeps
You
telling
tell
them
Roger
the same
how to
thing
square
go with.
things with Derek.
Yeah, dude, it's like, what?
Like, what?
Okay.
Look at the experimentation stage, because we got
Let's
permission to look there.
go! Oh, it's happening, you are back. Oh, on it, bye. Oh, that's off limits up there, I tell you. Trying to sneak past me, you try to sneak past me again, and I'll stuff your gob full of the boss's fish and chips.
Yes,
boss
please.
is
I
me.
love fish and chips.
Oh,
I suppose we need special permission.
aye.
Do I have to, like, talk to her?
You have to show it to her, I guess.
Ah, there we
There
go.
you go. Nice.
Gina?
What?
We're actually hoping that we can investigate the scene again.
Oh, did I tell you no?
Aye, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's all right, is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
yes. Toby.
Woof.
Bark.
Bark.
I'm the engineer. Help.
Hell yeah.
Help. Help me.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind.
Sorry, can you go up there, Suze? It's like I tell Hodo yesterday, even I'm not allowed near the wreck. What's it called again? The reason we're not supposed to touch it? The special...
The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Is that what you're thinking of? We've already read all this.
Yeah, we
We
already
have,
read all that.
Yeah. That's the one. Aye, yep, here we go. Toby's
You
brilliant.
need permission from Lord
Oh, there we go.
Stranglebow.
It isn't the case that it's been lifted. I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What's his name
I already read
again?
it.
Lord fucking Strange, whatever the fuck. Aye, him.
There we go.
Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh?
What? You met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. Oh, he waited for 3 hours in the prick's office and came back snivelling.
Oh, jeez.
Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing.
Why? All right.
Honestly.
All right. All right, then go ahead. If it turns out you're lying, I'll be the boss who gets you. Mind, that's me. I'm the boss.
Huh.
Unless someone's getting in trouble, then he's the boss.
Yeah, unless he's done something wrong and then he's the boss. So aye. Still saying all this is above board, are you?
I'm sure everything will be fine.
That really would be tragic.
All right then. Them's the stairs. Off you go.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Ah, she's what?
Well, let's go.
Let's go. Ding!
Oh my. So this is the machine.
So, you are the machine.
Oh.
That was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place.
Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant.
No. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it.
Oh.
Yes, of course.
That's what we
It is
all
amazing, though, isn't
believe.
it? Wink.
The scale of the whole affair is also so very British.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Damn.
You're right about that. You never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure.
Oh, look. Is that
Oh,
my
shit!
God.
What's up, boy?
Lord Van Zeeks?
They told me I could touch whatever I wanted.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you for your input, Van Zeeks.
Just want you to remember that I'm better than you.
Just want you to know that I am in fact better than you.
No, we all know. We're never going to forget that. Don't worry.
So,
Yes, you're
I think we're
not.
more than less done here and whatever else I said.
Yeah.
Are we decided?
Already?
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think. That's
Damn.
rude.
Yeah, that's
That's
fucked up.
so mean.
But we have permission to be here. From the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine. As long as we don't touch anything.
From the top? Do you mean Lord Strongheart?
Holy shit.
From the
Ryunosuke.
top, make it drop. Do you mean Lord Strongheart?
The guy
said
we
we could come
literally just
here?
talked to? Oh my god.
Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like.
Where are we, Susato?
Jesus.
Hey, where's Kazuma?
Oh,
He's right over there in that behind that mask.
damn.
Also, thank you for the raid, Sam
Yes.
Sony.
Fucking
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct theme playing.
Yeah.
Mask right behind Ryunosuke's face.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Did you already read this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
She could have been at the center of the explosion here and it wouldn't have bent her steel will.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
What's up first? Okay.
What's up, Doc?
Hey, what's up, Doc?
What's up?
Soft dog.
Least approachable man of the world winner. 10 years in a row.
Damn.
Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistant stand firm behind you.
Lord Van Zeeks?
Saw, dude.
Hi.
Aw.
What?
Well. Beautiful weather we're having, isn't it?
Wow.
I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs.
Holy
I put
shit.
literal signs on the way up.
Oh, I read
Leave me
the
alone.
Father, leave me alone. Turn back. Seriously. Go away.
Lest he be killed.
Yeah.
By me, Lord Funsies. Just citing.
So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited.
Ah, well, the thing is,
I'm sorry. Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate. So, there. On the condition that we didn't disturb anything. So, na.
And yet you've managed to disturb me.
Shit, don't tell him.
damn it, Ryunosuke, you made me use the sit-down sword.
Never mind. State your business then.
Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I would like to ask Lord Van Zieks about. Not the least of which is that awful case, even though it's nothing to do with this. I just want to know.
I just want to know.
Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. You won't know unless you try.
Okay.
Oh my
Tell
God,
me about
maybe-
your brother.
I was gonna say ease in. Oh no, you didn't ease in.
So,
Oh, fuck.
Clint,
What did you learn that name?
What the
Just
fuck?
Instantly angry.
who is the name of your older brother, I understand, Lord Van Zieks?
You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So, you've been investigating me, have you? What did you find?
Oh,
Did you find the bodies?
no, it's not like that.
Okay, good.
Oh, all right, it's a bit like that.
What?
It's a little bit like that.
My older brother was also a prosecutee. He was the pride of the Van Zieks family. What are you snickering at, little girl?
I said nice.
Nice.
Because you called him a prosecutor, you fuck.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you
Change
laughing.
your tone.
How about you change your tone? But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us.
Professor, you mean?
It was me. I killed
It
him.
is,
Like,
no.
Oh.
Something funny?
No, it's nothing. That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised.
Sorry? There's more to it then?
Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it?
His brother was the professor. You're too kind. Are you gonna tar all Nipponese with the same brush next?
Oh, God.
Of course. So
You
tell
read
me,
my mind.
Yeah.
what's your interest in that historic incident?
How come everyone can read minds except me?
That's not fair.
You know how much easier the defense would be if I could just fucking read people's minds?
As it
Very.
happens, Lord Van Zieks, there's a rather curious case that comes to our attention. Or that's come to our attention.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry. Yeah. Are you aware of the Madame Two Spells Museum of Waxwork by any chance?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I feature in one of the displays there for public scorn.
Amazing.
Of course, the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have to be exhibited, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom.
A particular waxwork. Which... Wait, you mean...
Yeah, I didn't just want to fucking bring up some awful shit for no reason.
No, yeah, for no reason.
Like, I didn't
yeah.
just show up and talk to you about a serial killer from 10 years ago with nothing to bring. Yes, it's the professor.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Trump is arresting the case as we speak.
That bumbling buffoon?
Oh.
I was unaware.
Oh
of
my
that.
God, did your brother give you this guy? Was your brother trying to kill you?
Oh my god. Oh
He's turned
my
white as a
God.
sheet. He's turned paler than normal.
Oh my god.
So about this Enoch Drebber guy.
Anyways,
So about
enough
this
about
guy.
that.
Yeah.
Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drebber, already?
Surely that goes without saying.
We're very keen to see him found as well. Trouble is, don't have much to go on aside from the description of the man we heard in court earlier, a dog, and this card.
Oh,
Which, according
thank
to
you, Scylla, for the
Professor
raid.
Hairbrain.
Oh, Scylla!
Aw, Scylla's back.
Thank you.
Mwah.
So many was.
So many wows.
Let's go back again to the
Send
back.
us back.
Or Scylla, la, la, meow, 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 meow.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Was a tall, thin
Was of a
gentleman
tall.
who was fine then. Was of a tall,
Uh-huh.
thin gentleman who was straight,
Learn to
not
read.
gay. White hair and wears a black monocle.
Uh-huh.
So, I was just wondering, I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but,
We'd very much appreciate any clues you can give us.
I was just had to son. I just had to take the bull by the horns. Oh, that's a weird ellipsis.
Listen, you asked him about his dead
Yeah.
brother first, okay? I don't fucking talk to me.
Fine, why not? I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago. Oh, it's him.
Who's that guy?
Wow.
Crazy.
Though it appears he already had that black monocle at the time.
Meow.
Meow.
Ellipses.
What?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us and didn't, like, not do that.
Nice. We'll need the man's testimony in court tomorrow, which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph?
What is it about Lord Fencings? Sometimes I just can't work him out at all. Sometimes he's a vampire who wants to kill everyone, including me. Other times, we're in a weird homoerotic throuple with the ghost of my ex-lover, who's my best friend, him, and me, and he plays with dolls where we go on balloon rides, and now he's helping us in an investigation. What a wacky world we live in.
I love it. Here for it.
Wacky adventure we're having. There he is!
Oh my god!
That's not Kazuma.
The file I requested for the trial tomorrow.
He's way too tall.
Thank you.
And look, he's wearing a robe. Cosmo would never wear a robe.
Cosmo would never wear a robe.
That's
Hey,
what
come on.
Siths do.
He's not.
Are you
he's not
all right?
Sith.
Oh. Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Zeek's apprentice, apparently. So I'm not the only one. Success can see it too. The disturbance in the force. They're really fucking.
There's no disturbance, leave it alone.
She's just in the background.
Everything's fine, everything's balanced. Shut up.
Waff, what are you doing over there?
Maybe they were talking about disturbances in the force, and I need to.
Oh,
You
okay.
leave the Van Zeek's apprentice alone. You wait for him to slay his master as is appropriate of a Sith.
Okay.
Backs
You
away
know
in the
the rule of
shadows.
twos now.
I do know the rule of two. Okay.
All
We're
right.
backing off. All right.
Oh, why am I explaining
Lord
this to a Sith?
Penzeeks.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Trying to upset all the rules.
May we speak with your apprentice for a moment?
No. With him? Why?
He's shrouded in so much mystery. I gotta know.
He's just so hot.
He's just so hot. Kazuma-sama! What?
What the fuck?
Kazuma.
I don't believe it.
Oh my god, does he have amnesia? Your posture. Your presence.
Your aura. Imagine
It can only be
raging erection.
your enormous penis. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow.
Fucking Samsoni. His spiritual pressure.
Spiritual pressure. Can it really be you, Kazuma?
Goodbye.
Wait! Too late. He's
Actually,
gone. Oh, there's nothing we can do. He's going
what's
down the
going
stairs.
on there?
Really slowly.
Stop talking to my
Your apprentice is our ex-boyfriend,
he's
who
still
we
going.
thought was dead.
He's playing with Gina and the dog? That's
I guess.
weird.
Uh,
Kazuma
Alright.
would never do that. Just stand there with his bandana flowing in the wind. You know, I did see a bandana. Could not be Kazuma.
what is
But it's
your
probably
interest
Kazuma.
in my apprentice exactly?
Huh? Oh. So I was just walking away really slowly, so like we're really
Yes.
high up, so I can see him still.
Yeah.
Like I could just go after him, but we've decided not to.
I
It's
taught
true,
him
yeah.
that. He's very good at it.
Oh.
You act
He
as
saw
if you
there
know.
as well.
You act as if you know the man or something.
Well, yeah.
Since when has he been in your care?
I know. Cosmo's cool.
Cosmos cool.
I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago.
Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now. With instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor.
Yes.
Yes!
Didn't tell you why, did he? Something washed up on the beach with amnesia. Really wanted to
there
fight
it is.
crime.
There it fucking is,
Oh.
bitch!
The me that is Aaron was joking. But apparently is me the savvy enough to just be correct.
We all fucking knew it was gonna be amnesia.
Yeah.
We fucking knew it.
The man appears to be
Ah.
suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself.
Yes, amnesia!
Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side.
What?
Well, you get an assistant, why don't I?
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah. He's to serve as my judicial assistant on Lord Strongheart's orders.
Be in court with us. As our
That's
enemy.
what I said, yes.
Oh my god.
So I can read their mind.
Oh.
Now then, unless I'm...
Terrifying.
Thanks, Samsoni. Excellent clip. Well done.
Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I
Goodbye.
recently learned you could get diarrhea so bad you lose your memory.
Fucking... You also saw that clip, did you?
I did.
Saw that too, yeah.
Until I heard that man say that, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah?
Crazy.
Yes, I definitely saw a reaction there.
Oh.
Aw.
When Susato-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. Look, they're all shimmery and stuff. When she called out Kazuma-sama like that.
Just like that. Just like that. And just like that,
Oh, you're still here.
Kazumoto's
He's
alive.
dead.
And just like that, he came back with amnesia.
Oh my god, you have amnesia.
Yeah, anything we can look around here for? I don't know. I guess we're looking at this thing. That's fine.
What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast.
And Bender, please insert girder.
Nice.
And what they call the birdcage was right in the middle
Great
of it all, just
movie.
here.
But look, Mr. Naruhodo, the metal grill on the floor.
Don't you fucking ignore me. I'm right over here. What you were just talking to me. Now you're looking at the big thing. The fuck?
Looks as though it's designed to open.
Don't ignore me.
It
I
does,
will
doesn't
ignore
it?
you.
The floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred. The birdcage could have
Great
dropped
movie.
through
Great
and
movie.
disappeared from sight. I haven't seen that movie. No
I don't
idea what
think
it's
there's-
even about.
Any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there?
It's excellent, Aaron. We need to watch it.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's such a good movie. I think we went to Shoppies like after fucking last week's stream, and what was it? What was the Robin Williams movie that you mentioned that I hadn't seen?
Oh, What Dreams May Come?
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
haven't seen that. Yeah, I don't know. And you were all like fucking at me about the birdcage. Ain't even seen What Dreams May Come.
This wasn't here yesterday.
Oh. That's
Really?
weird.
But if I'm not mistaken, it's the Birdcage great movie in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air.
Just a little hat pops up behind. He's like, I'm tampering with the crime scene again. You can't fucking keep a man down. Just a burn victim runs away and leaps up the side. Dear God. He's back.
Dear God. Oh, wait, no, he jumped off the 15-story building.
Oh, he's dead again.
Oh, he's
Okay,
dead now.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
that makes
lot.
sense.
That's a lot of blood. Wow.
Lot of blood. Goddamn.
Van Zeke's like, I will take care of this. Someone get me a lock, a horse-drawn carriage, and several matches.
And the straw.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a surprise tool that will help us later. That's right. The Birdcage. Apparently a very good movie. According to what Professor
Hell yeah.
Harebrine said in court, it's made of wood.
I am the MacGyver of hiding bodies.
Amazing.
Or, more precisely, Japanese cypress?
I'll never forgive the Japanese.
All right, weird.
And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed.
I forgive the Japanese.
What wonderfully durable construction. Would
was a
you say,
whole ass
Mr.
journey.
Naruhodo?
Yeah.
I'd understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they'd finished their work. It's weird because they're coming back here to examine here.
But sadly, not with the body inside it.
No, that's right.
Hmm.
I
Who
would
could
know.
we talk to who would know something about the body?
I know we were given
Oh.
strict instructions not to touch anything, but still.
Really want to touch her.
This is too important a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial. Susato, help me lift the birdcage.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yeah, yesterday, in fact, at Lord Van Zeke's office.
Oh. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us.
That dick. I know. No, certainly did. He lies about fucking everything. Or he's just wrong about everything. How he got where he is in life is perplexing.
Right?
Yup.
They're going to leave now.
Eh.
The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems.
Are you gonna leave?
What sort of problems?
I will do what I wish.
Hmm.
Foreign affairs problems.
Oh shit.
Well, we could do without that.
They
Yep.
despise the Nipponese more than I do.
Holy fuck.
All right,
That's
we'll be on our way.
really
Let's go,
saying
Mr. Zato. You can tell they're approaching if you listen on the wind. The Imperial March.
It's really quiet. Fucking.
I'd give it 5 minutes tops. One tuba just cuts out. You just see a dude fall into the river.
Oh no!
That happens sometimes.
Yes, that is a thing that happens consistently.
Whoa.
It's Benjamin.
Benjamin!
That's where you went. I believe this is it. Dr. Sith's laboratory. Now, we can smell really salt to the nose. There's plenty of salty eyes in here, too.
Yes,
And
this was fucked up.
Hope it's the right one, because otherwise we've just broken into someone's office.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Uh-oh.
It looks as though the doctor isn't here.
Oh, fuck.
With the forensics team, and they were going there, so it's a little silly that we passed them.
Yeah.
We
Fair.
had to have, right?
Right.
Yes. But we're here now, so we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Mrs. Sato.
I like snooping.
You could just have a little look around. Be careful not to upset any restless souls.
Don't touch any dead bodies, is what I'm saying.
I'll touch whatever bodies I want. Dead or alive.
It's the current year.
Oh my god.
Look at all the bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals.
These ones here are labeled highly toxic.
Oh,
I'ma touch
that's
it.
worrying.
I'm gonna
Does
drink it.
There are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there.
Yum, 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 yum.
They're labeled
yes.
even more toxic.
They actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometimes.
Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death.
Does she keep the highly toxic shit next to the salt and pepper?
Yes.
Oh,
Or rather,
no.
they keep their salt and pepper in a cabinet with highly toxic shit.
Oh my god.
This is the more accurate description.
Oh god.
Horrifying.
I suppose this is Dr. Sith's desk.
Would not want to work in a place like this.
It's very tidy, though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she works. She must work.
The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves.
Uh-huh.
Well, yes. Those are valid concerns, I suppose.
I can just about cope with the one-eyed Dharma doll watching over me, but that's all. Anything more than that, and, well, I'm gonna get that diarrhea-related amnesia.
No, no.
Oh dear.
Table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing?
It might be best not to ponder it too deeply.
When you put all the inside, then you put them in a bag. Doot-da-doot-da-doot.
Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop.
Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this... What is that?
Acrid.
Acrid.
Acrid. Oh, okay. Acrid odor of chemicals in the air.
You'd either have to have a cast iron constitution or a really terrible sense of smell. Oh, that's gonna come up.
I was gonna say that's gonna come up.
Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them.
Dear God.
Oh
I
dear.
suppose they're fruit liquors or something.
Oh my
Or like the pickled
God.
umeboshi plums we make back home.
Sure. Yeah, I bet that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ah, Father had jars like that in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in a preserving solution, probably as examples of some rare medical condition. Yeah, there you go.
Mrs. Sato, there are some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever. So, as I said, I'm sure they're fruit liquors or umeboshi, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Of course.
Well, look at this! What a magnificent display case! The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. For only 9 payments of $99.99, this cabinet can be yours. Western cabinet makers really are very skilled, aren't they?
God, 9 payments of $99.99. That's a fucking expensive cabinet.
Yeah,
God
it is.
damn.
Especially given the current year.
Yeah, fuck.
Anywho, do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruhodo?
What I say about ignoring
skeleton?
things.
Mr.
Yeah, dude.
Sato, can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope.
Oh, I'm sorry. You keep taking your copium. I'll be quiet.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Solid oak.
Amazing.
It looks like an owl and a crow up there. Amazing.
Wow.
I know, and they haven't even twitched since we came in here.
Their streams have been dead this whole time.
Oh.
Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I'm trying very hard to tell myself that they're just sleeping with their eyes open.
Oh.
Yes, I think perhaps you were wise to put something like that. What is it?
Daruma.
Durima.
Daruma doll on display in the office instead.
I guess we're here too early then. I've examined
As
everything.
they're investigating the sheen, we gotta go find Drebber first.
Wait, Foist? Let's actually look at
Foist.
our court record real quick. 'Cause
Okay.
we got some stuff. We got this bad boy here. And this bad boy out. Yeah.
Anything on the other side?
There's a little stain or something.
Oh, a little
Something that
inky
might
smudge.
smell like smells that a dog would be able to smell with its smeller.
Hell yeah.
This dark smudge here.
Wanna bite it?
Evidence of Sith.
Oh, I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Or that. Yeah, that's probably more likely. Professor Herbert mentioned something
But
about the
okay,
oil
but
Mr. Drebber
also-
uses, didn't he?
It could also be evidence of Sith. I don't know.
He said it was specifically imported. Oh no, French Sith.
The worst kind.
Ugh.
Very high quality oil. It's impossible to obtain in Britain.
High quality Sith.
Hmm.
Yes, that's right. But more importantly, evidence of Sith. That it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment. Oh, doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Oh, she was giving it a whiff. Okay.
Don't worry, I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here.
Hmm. Interesting.
Hmm. Look at this photograph.
We're looking at it. We're doing it.
This
Oh.
fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
His little pin is the same symbol that's on the card.
His little cross.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man's is in
Good eye, good eye.
Yeah.
Good eye, dear. Good eye.
Ooh.
Ah, look here, Mr. Sato.
Ah! Yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose it's because it fell from such a height.
Yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying down into the crystal tower below. A fall of about 30 feet, or 9 meters.
Thank you. Leaving the man inside tragically dead.
No.
Edge.
No.
That's the sound he made when he fell out of the balloon.
Yeah.
It's true.
Don't I know it? Ha, 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 ha. Anyways.
Anyway.
What?
Dog.
Bubber! Toby!
Dog! Shit.
You can show it to him.
Hey, Dade.
About this, Gina.
I'm still learning my letters at the moment,
Oh.
but I think that's an E. Oh, I only know A and E. So if it ain't too much bleeding together.
I know the in between.
Abacada. Get.
De. De. Abaca, indeed.
Damn.
Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. Why? How come?
I was away for a bit. Are they just carrying a human-sized birdcage? Great movie.
Great movie, hell yeah.
Technically, they didn't bring it with them. They just can manipulate it without touching it, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. Somehow.
It's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all.
That's all.
That's all.
Cool.
It turns out that this is very high quality French machine oil. Do you like France, Gina? We're just curious.
Yeah.
He knows.
Because you're moving.
And-
I mean, not moving. What?
It has a very particular scent, apparently.
You didn't see. Let's have a whiff. Oh.
Damn.
You sure? I didn't smell anything.
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right. You mean Toby? All right, right. I get what you're putting down. Here we go.
Bark.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
sense of smell is so good, he can track people over the oceans, can he?
Yeah, sure.
Terrifying dog that says bark.
Yeah, sure.
It's
I can do that.
wonderful.
I mean, woof.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
sorry.
Toby. First, everybody
I'm willing to
says
help.
that this soil is unique or fucking something.
Sniff, 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 sniff.
Get it, Toby.
Big
Get it.
sniffler.
Use your amazing snores.
Yeah. I do have an
think it's
amazing
50%.
snores.
This way, mother.
This
Hell yeah.
way, mother.
So, you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, huh, Toby can lead us
Bark.
to that dodgy prick's warehouse, a workshop, that one, aye?
Aye.
That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping.
All right then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
What did you... What's a pickpocket?
If I can lead everyone to the Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh my God, I'm gonna have so many fucking promotions. It's gonna be
I'm gonna
amazing.
promote myself.
Oh my God, I'm gonna take Strongheart's job. It's
Poor-
gonna be amazing.
Poor Gregson.
Yeah. Right then, Odo, leave it to me and Toby.
Sorry.
Gonna get going after the dodgy engineer prick right this minute. Changing cove to prick, I've decided.
That's fine.
What, not ball bag?
Oh, that's fair. It should be ball bag.
Should be.
Oh, but hang on. Somebody's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
I mean, I guess I could maybe ask those bailiffs that are holding hands back there.
We're not holding
Oh,
hands.
right. Oh, right. Oh, well, never mind. It's not going to be me what gets in the neck, all right? It'll be the boss. I'm going to frame Gregson is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Poor Gregson.
All right, Toby. All right, Toby. Got that old scent, have you? Come on then, boy. Let's get him. See you later.
Follow me, mother.
I'm hot on the trail, mother.
I'm hot on the trail. Let's go
Just running
to
down the street.
victory.
I do hope the scent of that oil leads him to that swindler's workshop.
Yeah, I hope so too. Ideally, before the dog swims across the channel to France.
Oh my God. Gina just shows up again and she's soaking wet.
Oh
It's
no.
like, so we may have gone to France.
Been to that
Turns out
loose place
I
you're
didn't
asking
like
about
France.
before.
Yeah.
It's a picture of a lady behind some glass.
It's weird.
Let's check out. Yeah, let's check out Chum Suite here.
But
We haven't been here yet.
Brackadacadacka.
Rackadacadacadacadacadacadacadacadacadacad.
I mean, now that Gina's gone,
Nah,
I don't know
it's
if
not
we find him somewhere. We can be like, hey, show him. No one's guarding the crime scene. He'd be like, really?
that's true, yeah.
And he can go do crimes for us.
Go here.
Maybe
See if
just
there's
spells.
anything
It
new.
might be back to the. It might be back to the lab. Which would be really
Nice
maybe.
funny.
here. I really appreciate your spelling on that. Just the fucking. I promoted myself to Super God of Polis.
Very well done.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
Where go? What do?
Prison.
Into the prison? No.
Can we show him some stuff?
I don't know.
Like show him the
Show him the picture.
picture. Yeah.
Professor Herbert, what do you make of this?
Oh yes, that's just what we need to prove my hypothesis, isn't it?
Is it?
No. It's nothing to do with your hypothesis, actually.
Then take it away! I don't want it to be. I don't want to be bothered with anything that doesn't assist my science.
All right, keep your abundant hair on.
Damn.
I do have abundant hair.
So much. I was gifted with a fluffy cloud on my head.
What was this wonderful fluffy cloud? Oh, it's so beautiful.
Is there something we can do with the experimentation stage now that Gina's gone?
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Shit we can steal? I'll try going to the stage area
Gina will-
now.
Gina will
If we
crowd-
were to bump into the forensic investigation team, it sounds like it could make trouble.
Yeah. What'd you say, Carrie?
Again, we could heckin' get into Trebel.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if there's a mild spoiler in chat. Might be a hint, though.
The
Yeah.
book on the forensic desk?
Yeah.
What are
Did
you
we not
talking
click that?
about? Did we not?
Oh, yeah, there's a book on the desk.
Yeah, on her
Not-
office
not the
table.
table.
Oh,
the desk,
God
yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Look at this big, thick
Photograph.
book here.
Oh, it's so fucking thick.
It
So
appears to be an
thick.
accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think.
500 pounds on pizza.
Damn.
Nice.
Why?
Oh,
What is it?
it's clear that the team purchases various amounts and various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis. But, well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month. What the fuck?
500
Five-
scalpels?
500?
That's ridiculous.
You must be working really hard on dissecting corpses.
No, that's sketch as hell.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened, too.
It does seem a bit strange, you're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using all them for? They're not.
They're so not.
There we
It's a
go.
tax
Listing it as a
write-off or some
purchase,
shit.
and then they're stealing money from the government.
It's
think this is
probably
you,
the
Carrie.
sick lady.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This is her voice now. She's just my shitty impersonation of Palpatine.
Shoots across the chest!
She does, you're right.
Mhm.
Sorry, we had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so yeah.
Feel bad, this hottie doesn't deserve my shit fucking voice I'm giving her. Anyway.
So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it?
Oh my god, girl.
Damn.
Well, what do you want?
She's a snake on her arm.
Yes, she does.
She does.
Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you. Same with the victim's body. Mr. Aspen's body, I mean.
Damn you, Aaron.
So we came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice, of course. Well, he is wonderful. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately.
Leave me with my scalpels.
Leave me with my millions of scalpels.
And the
Your
warmth of the
findings.
dark side.
You see, I have an obsession with the show DuckTales. But I also have a strong will to die. So I thought I'd make a vault of scalpels and then swim through them like
Oh my
Scrooge
God.
McDuck.
And dive into them, Scrooge McDuck style, you see.
None would ever find my body.
That's fair.
So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene?
Yeah.
Me? The victim, Mr. Odie Asman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion.
It's Ass Man. Thank you.
Sorry, you're right. And the Mr. Assman,
Thank you.
they happy, who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower. Without question, one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion.
But that can't be right.
Well, it is!
You doubt my work? How dare you?
You doubt the work of the dark side.
The dark side.
If it was an elaborate trick, why, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see. Two people who looked very similar to each other were involved. They could have made it appear as if one person had switched places, couldn't they? That's crazy. You're being crazy. Very true. But sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident.
Is that it? She touched it?
Uh-huh.
The not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system. But one day, the dark side will rule and everyone will listen to me, and then they will be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course.
Of course. Of course.
Of course. Yes, of course. Yeah. Oh my! But that would mean... Yes. That the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. Yes. So, where does that leave us? She's saying yes in the background.
Yes.
Yes, yes. My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions. I'm not a fucking doctor.
God damn.
You're not a doctor?
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
Instantaneous kinesis is impossible. And yet the body did move from one place to the other. Catapult.
Fucking. One day I shall execute Judicial Order 66.
Hell yeah.
Just a big
Also, oh
spring
no.
built into the bottom and just sproing. Fires into the air. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Let us touch the crime scene.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
First of all, Frederick Steen von Musel Kowalski Nerova III.
Mama, what is this?
Dear God. Where did you spring from? And did you just call the doctor Mama?
Dude. Look at her cute little bow. She's gonna be fucking adorable under there.
She is.
This is a lawyer, dear.
Oh.
Hello.
Where is Padme?
To meet
Is
you.
she all right?
Pleased to meet you.
Sorry.
I'm afraid. Mama.
Yes.
Mommy.
Oh no!
Can I cut this one up?
Maybe in a little bit.
What?
Oh shit!
I've never seen inside the Eastern person before.
Oh my
I want to
god.
know what it looks like.
She's horrifying. I love her.
Yep.
Of course you can't. Not yet. It's a live specimen. And you can very well, as you can very well see, is what I said. There we go.
Yeah.
Boring.
It's true.
I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh.
Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse.
Don't
Let's
say
leave
that.
before I'm mistaken for one.
Yep.
Fair. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber.
I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Now then. Do you think we ought to try to speak to Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months.
Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful. You're right. We gotta find him at Madame Two Spells. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit.
Yes! Iris told me all about his latest unusual venture. Fine, get out.
All right. We are at time, and I feel like that's
Is-
probably a good place to stop. So.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Big stretch.
Big stretch.
Big stretch. Aaron did a big stretch.
Yeah.
Did you?
Aaron did a big stretch. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, dude. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yay.
And catch us next time for when we play more of this.
Yeah.
Bye, bye,
It's
bye.
gonna be so good.
All right.
Raw.
All right. Goodbye, YouTube. So long.
Goodbye, YouTube. We love you. Mwah.
Oh.